can't take your baggage with you on this journey home, spiritual, conscious awakening that each one of us are going through. So how do you do that? How do I navigate that? How do I get into that place? How do I begin to align myself with the opportunities and not have the disruption play out in a way that it is uncomfortable? And so as you begin to play in this space of recognizing some of these structures, these constructs that have been put in place to really keep everybody in a box. Now, this is a spiritual game. I say that very nicely. The game is about how do you unravel yourself from the game. But if you play by the rules of the game, it's kind of hard. The only thing it said that's consistent in the universe is change. But it's also said if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always got. And that definition of crazy, doing it over and over and over and expecting something different, kind of all plays into this space. Now take another breath, because much is happening right now. It plays into this space. And so this shift that's coming is really all about how do I step out of those feelings or emotions and belief systems that I hold that really keep me very contained where I am. And it's challenging because most of those belief systems that I have agreed to, those aspects of my structure of my personality, of how I live my life, what I do, many of those really came from the agreement and the rational mind. Now, the rational mind is really useful to know here. The rational mind, first of all, doesn't live in the head. It lives in the first chakra. And that first chakra, to a great extent, as most people have been taught for the last 40 years, is all about survival of the body. So if you got a rational mind that's living in a place of survival, and its job is to keep you safe and have you fit in, it speaks pretty loudly. And when you start to get out of that box, you start to explore again. There's a doubt. Do you know that doubt? Fear, uncertainty. What if I'm doing the wrong thing? What if they don't like me? And so I better just stay in my box. It's uncomfortable in the box, but this is where I am. But what have you had to do to live in that box? Because a lot of you had to give up awful lot. I have learned that in my joy, when I open my mouth, I sometimes they didn't like that. So I'm not going to say that anymore. And I went over here and I wore this really great dress, shirt, pair of pants. It was really cool, except they didn't like that. And so I don't wear those clothes anymore. And I had an opinion, but that wasn't a good thing, I found out. And so I'm just going to begin to avoid all those places where they laugh at me or don't agree with me, or I'm not able to express myself, or I feel uncomfortable. So I'm going to just simply avoid, withdraw, step back. Actually, it wasn't very comfortable either. So, and I didn't like it. So I really don't want it to happen again. So I'm just going to close my door and live in my house, kind of hide. Anybody hider? I don't like it, but this is what my choices are. Duality. Duality is not black and white only. Duality is really quite an interesting thing. It creates choice. It gives you an opportunity to look at this and look at that. And sometimes it gives you an opportunity to create a third answer, a third choice, another opportunity. It's like, oh, that doesn't work and this doesn't work. I'm going to try this. So another breath if you would.